Namo Buddhaya, dear children. Do you know the advice given by all the Buddhas? All the Buddhas give a unique advice. What is that? Sabba papassa akaranang kusalassa upasampada sacitta pariyodapanang etang buddhanusasanang. This advice is given by all the Buddhas to abandon all the evil deeds, then to cultivate wholesome deeds, to tame your mind, taming the mind. This is the advice given by all the Buddhas. Don't take this as a simple advice. By hearing this amazing Dhamma advice, wise people became arahants. When you abandon evil deeds, you will have good deeds to do. By doing good deeds, you can abandon evil deeds. To do these things, you should have mindfulness. With the help of mindfulness, you can tame your mind. Once the mind is tamed, your life is tamed. You don't have to wait others. You don't have to tell others to talk to you nicely. You don't have to wait until your brother talk to you nicely. You don't have to wait until your mother or father or your friends talk to you nicely. Even they talk to you in a rough way or in a rude way. If your mind is tamed, how can your mind ever be affected? There is no way your mind can be affected if your mind is tamed. So let's sabba papassa karanang kusalassa upasampada sacitta pariyodapanang etang buddhanusasanang. Let's follow that wonderful advice today. So first of all, let's go for refuge to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Observe the 5 precepts. Do Teruvan Vandana and also recollect some qualities of the Blessed One and worship the Blessed One and listen to an amazing Dhamma sermon about abandoning evil and cultivating wholesome thoughts and tame our mind and to be a Buddha's disciple. Namo Buddhaya, Teruvan Saranai. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the five precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now let's do Thirvan Vandana. Iti piso bhagavarahang samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sata deva manusanang buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo Sanditiko akaliko ehi passiko panaiko paccatang veditabbo vinyohiti supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samichi Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakkineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyaketang Lokasati Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatane supatittitam saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada yassa mule nisinnova sabbari vijayangaka patto sabbang yutang satta vande tang bodhipadapang ime ete mahabodhi lokanatena pujita ahampite namassami Bodhi Raja Namatute Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Say after me. My great teacher Gautama Buddha beside the river Neranjara at Buddha Gaya, seated under the Bodhi tree, purified the body, speech and mind, even in secrecy. Did not commit any misdeeds, guarded sense faculties, controlled sense faculty. My Supreme Buddha realized the Dhamma without anyone's help, obtained supernatural powers, developed great virtue, concentration and wisdom, followed the noble path, the noble eightfold path, achieved true happiness, understood all worlds, and escaped from all worlds. Became a great teacher for taming others, became an incomparable teacher for taming others with great abilities. The Blessed One became a great teacher for gods and humans, taught the sublime Dhamma for realization. Sadhu, sadhu. My Buddha became a Bhagava. My homage to Gautama Buddha. My homage to the relics of the Buddhas. My homage to the Jayasri Mahabodhi tree. My homage to the noble Dhamma. My homage to the noble Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu. The Blessed One obtained all these qualities. The Buddha became a Bhagava. The Buddha became a Bhagava. The Buddha became a Bhagava. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. First of all, let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times and pay homage to our teacher Lokusami Nohansa and go for the sermon. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, we venerated our Blessed One, the unequal, the unique teacher, the one and only teacher who said to abstain from all evil states and cultivate wholesome and tame your mind. This advice was only given by Buddhas. Think of the religious teachers in the world. For some festivals, some people, they celebrate their festivals by killing living beings. Think wisely. Think of the advantage of being born in a Buddhist family. Just see how people celebrate their special occasions in life. On the Blessed One's special days, like the Vesak day, the day the Blessed One was born, became a Buddha, and passed away. In Sri Lanka, you can see free food all over the country, free food stalls all over the country. By force, people offer food. They celebrate the Buddha's appearance, the birth, and the passing away by overcoming greediness. Give life to others on that day, abstaining from killing living beings, abstaining from killing all the living beings, abstaining from doing evil deeds, abstaining from killing living beings, abstaining from stealing, abstaining from sexual misconduct, abstaining from telling lies, abstaining from taking alcohol. That is one way. Then overcoming wrong views. Now most of you all have learned what are right views and wrong views. Then overcoming the wrong path, the wrong eightfold path. There's a noble eightfold path and a wrong eightfold path. Overcoming and abandoning the wrong eightfold path is also abandoning evil. Cultivating wholesome deeds is what? Kusalasa upasampada. What is that? Following the Noble Eightfold Path, protecting precepts, practicing generosity, meditating, sachitta pariyodapana, meditating. We do loving kindness meditation to overcome hatred. We practice impermanence meditation to overcome conceit. We practice anapanasati meditation to calm our mind, to subside thoughts in our mind. Then we practice asubha meditation to overcome lust. Lust is a big problem in the world. People are unsatisfied. So, if we can practice the Buddha's advice, shall we chant that one more time? Say after me, wholeheartedly, with the hope of abandoning evil states in the mind, in our life, and with the hope of cultivating wholesome deeds, and with the great hope of taming the mind, and with a great determination to accept the Buddha's amazing advice, to accept the advice given by all the Buddhas. Keep your palms together and take a strong determination. Children, take a strong determination. Think, I will wholeheartedly follow the Buddha's advice. Follow the advice given by all the Buddhas. Say after me now. Close your eyes. Sabba papassa akaranang kusalassa upasampada sachitta pariyodapanang etang buddhanusasanang. Abandoning all the evil deeds and cultivating wholesome qualities, purifying the mind. These three things are the greatest advice that is given in brief by all the Buddhas. Children, to understand the value of a Buddha, we should learn what a Buddha has realized and what a Buddha has taught us. Abandoning all the evil deeds is not done by everyone. Some people, they treat and they care their own kind, but not others. Some people have loving kindness towards human beings, but no loving kindness towards animal. But what did Buddha said? All beings like to live happily. So once we know that all beings like to live happily, we will not harm anyone. Because fear is something that no one likes at all. Most of the people, without knowing the reality of life, by following their own wrong views, people fall into trouble in this life and also in future births. They miss this human world. They misuse this human life and later regret for a long time. One day some traders met a person. Those traders met a person and that person said, "Look, dear friends, for 55 years I have not drink water. For 55 years I have not eaten anything." Then they asked, "Why? What happened to you?" "No, when I was in the human world, I had enough wealth. But I did not understand that this wealth should be transformed into a merit. I was not aware that I will have a life after death. I was not aware that the next life will depend on the way I live in the present life. I was not aware of those things. On some days, I lock doors, I close the windows and enjoy food. That much I was greedy. I saw monks in the road, but then I did not know that I would gain a merit by offering something to them. Even for the sake of sharing things with others, as human beings, I did not do that because I was greedy. The nature of greedy people, children, the nature of a greedy person is even even he has excessive things, even if he has uh, extra things, excess food, yet he will not give it to others. He won't feel like sharing it with others. Why? It's because of greediness. A person might look very beautiful, but if he has not tamed the mind, that bad habit will take him into a bad world. Then one day, another person said, "Look, when I go to a river, when I go to drink water, the water turns into blood. When I go under a tree, the shelter disappears. When the wind blows, the breeze I feel is extremely hot, like burning myself. What has happened to these demons in the human world? They have cursed others. They have cursed others. May the food you offer, may you eat excrement." Some they say, "In vain I gave water to you, I would have given it to another person. In vain I gave food to you, I would have given it to another person. In vain I gave food to you, I would have given hay to you." So people curse others. One day, one person invited another person to go and meet the Buddha. Then the other person was farming. He said, "If the Buddha can come and plow my paddy field, I will come." That's all he said. That's all he said. A person invited another person to come and meet the Buddha. So the other person said, "If the Buddha can come and plow my paddy field, I will come." He just said few words. What happened? For a long time, as a demon, he was plowing a paddy field day and night as a demon, no rest. A simple word can lead you to a great disaster, to suffer for a long time, not by doing one thing, abandoning evil deeds, not cultivating wholesome qualities, and not taming mind. So imagine when the other person invited him to go and meet the Buddha, if he would have said, "Okay, I will come tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow. Today I'm busy. I might come in the evening." Or else he would have said, "You go and do some merit and let me know what you did." Why he could not say something like that? His mind was not tamed. Dear children, you should take a responsibility. Today onwards, we should get together and tell who a Buddha is to everyone in this world. Whenever you meet someone, or through the social media, write about the great Buddha and share them in each and every place. We should tell about the Buddha to the whole world. Prepare like questions. What did you know about the Buddha? What do you know about the Buddha? Who a Buddha is? What has Buddha achieved? What is the difference between a Buddha and a normal person? And then come up with ideas and give answers. After some time, you will realize how many people have taken refuge and protection from the Buddha. We should tell to the whole world about the Buddha. We have come to the human world. Now we have got the ability to speak. We can read. We can perform various actions. We can think wisely. Why not we use that to spread the Buddha's words? To help everyone to overcome evil and to cultivate wholesome and to tame their minds. If that is done, this world will become a peaceful place. Don't you like to take part in this meritorious deed? Let's get together, children. Write a Mirror of Dhamma program. We will guide you. Now people are connected in many ways. What we should do is we should now start telling about the Buddha to the whole world. Gain merit. Even demon Alavaka, he said, I will go from city to city, from mountain to mountain. I will tell the Buddha's qualities. If demons did that, why not human beings like us do that? Share merit with God Alavaka. And then he will help us. He will help you all. One day when you die as a great person who has spread the Buddha's teachings. As a Buddha's son or a daughter. So, sabba papa sakarana, abandon all the evil deeds so that you will not regret in the future. You will not be born in ghost worlds. When you go to a water pond, when you go to a pond, when you go to a river, the water will not turn into blood. When you go under a shelter, the shelter will be there with you. It won't disappear. Some people, they become naked in next life. Some people, when they develop and cultivate wholesome qualities, when they are in the human world, mansions get created in the divine worlds even before they are born among devas. When some people do good deeds in the human world, divinely happiness, mansions get created in the divine worlds even when the human being is still in the human world. While we are doing good deeds in the human world, great mansions get created in divine worlds. So don't you like to do like that? Do a merit, children. Do great merit. Once you are born among divine worlds, again you will meet Kalyana Mitras. Devas who teach Dhamma. You know, some people who live in Sri Lanka, they think if we can go to a foreign country, to America or to England or to Japan or to a good country, in terms of economy wise, they think if I can go to a country like that, enough, I can find a job. Ask your parents. Some people who go from Sri Lanka, they think first I will go to a good country first. Later I will find a job. First thing I should do is go to a good country. And then later I will find a job. In the same way, go to a better world first of all. Then you will associate, you will find Kalyana Mitras. To find Kalyana Mitras, support the Kalyana Mitras, think wisely, go for refuge to Buddha, go for refuge to Dhamma, go for refuge to Sangha. That is the final protection. So let's follow the Buddha's advice every day. Chant this stanza before you go to sleep. Children, today we were discussing about abandoning evil and cultivating wholesome qualities. So today we have prepared a nice video about the higher practices, the higher austerity practices done by great arahants and by great monks to become arahants. So There are 13 austerity practices. You call them Dutanga. Now let's watch that video and have a pleasant mind and see how monks dedicate their life to cultivate wholesome qualities and to abandon evil deeds. So let's watch that video and gain more merit and develop more confidence in the Sangha. So when you prepare dana, even when you offer dana, think of the great qualities performed by the great monks and by the great arahants. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
The great arahants are like swans. The swans go from one pond to another pond without having attachment to the previous pond and without taking anything from the previous pond to the next pond. The great monks' lives were guided by the Buddha in a way that the monks will not get attached to the things that they used. Usually lay people, they get attached to the clothes that they wear. They get attached to the place they live, they get attached to the food they eat, and they get attached to the place they sleep. So when lay people get attached, they need those things again and again, not only in this life. With having strong bondages towards these things, they will come back to this world again and again with different forms as a human being, as an animal, as a demon, as a ghost, and they will have to go through this endless journey of samsara, being born and dead again and again. All because of craving towards these sensual pleasures, all because of craving towards these things around us and getting bonded again and again. But the great disciples of the Buddha were trained to be detached to these things. Even for a robe, Buddha did not want monks to get attached. So the monks were trained to wear a robe that is collected from cemeteries and garbage, and then they were trained to live in open areas under trees without having expectations to stay in a room. They were trained to live in any place. The great monks were trained to accept the food that is offered by anyone. It could be cold, it could be from the top of the rice pot, it could be the middle of the rice pot, it could be the bottom of the rice pot. Normally the bottom of the rice pot is overcooked or it is burnt. Even monks were trained to accept that. People struggle a lot to sleep. Then when people do many things to sleep peacefully, monks give up that sleeping posture and live happily by cultivating wholesome thoughts. Now we are going to see the great utmost practices that monks practice apart from the minimum of 227 precepts. Monks practice higher virtues. Those are called Dhutanga. Let's learn those 13 higher austerity practices that were practiced by the great arahants and that is practiced by the monks, that will lead to achieve Nibbana. So let's learn one by one. 1. Monks will give up accepting robes given by lay people. They accept a robe like this. This is stitched by collecting pieces of clothes from the cemeteries. It is not only this quality, there are much more Dhutanga. 2. The monks will not use any extra robes and only depend on 3 robes. Even when they bathe, wear one robe and in the meantime wash and dry the other. They are so content and do not let anyone know about these. 3. The monks will only depend on alms-bound food and not accept food in any other way. They do not accept invited dana from lay people. Even the lay people bring food to the monks. 4. The monks go door to door for alms round without skipping houses in an orderly manner. 5. The monks will only eat on one seat. That means they will not serve food again and again after once being offered. 6. The monks will not eat from a separate dish. They will only use the same alms bowl even for dessert, water. Those monks practice that much contentment. Whatever gets to the bowl, the monks use it. 7. The monks will not keep leftover food to eat it later. There's a simile for this. The monks only eat once, like a bird won't eat the same food or fruit which has fallen to the ground from its beak. 8. The monks never stay in rooms but in the forest at nights. 9. The monks will live under the trees. They will give up staying in a room covered by walls and a roof. They sacrifice their life and health even to defeat the defilements. 10. The monks will live in open areas. 11. The monks will choose to meditate at night in the cemeteries, where there are skeletons, dead bodies, and non-humans. These determinations or special austerity practices are practiced to quake defilements of the mind bravely. 12. The monks will accept whatever the room is given with any condition and will be accepted without any complaints. They are ready to accept any good or bad. 13. The monks will give up the sleeping posture in the night and will either stand, walk, or sit. The great Arhat Nagasena Thero explained to King Milinda about 13 aspects of the Dhutanga practice. Also, those Dhutanga can be practiced by sharp, medium, or by light methods. The monks who dedicate their lives to fulfill the following will be able to achieve following great skills, which lay people find difficult to practice with contentment because of their busy lives. Will be able to see past lives. Will be able to develop divine ears. Will be able to read others' minds. Will be able to eradicate all taints. Will be obtaining Ashta Samapatti. Will be obtaining Irdi Vidanyana. So the king, Milinda, was so pleased about resolving his doubts, and he paid homage to the great Arhat Nagasena Thero with sincere respect. By saying Sangang Saranang Gacchami, the Sangha we went for refuge had enormous qualities. They practiced these qualities with the hope to realize the Four Noble Truths. So even to hear such great qualities from such great monks who lived in the past, it is a blessing for our lives. Even when we offer dana, when we worship, and when we respect the Sangha, we can recollect these great austerity practices and develop a pleasant, a strong, and a happy confidence with the Mahasangha. And also at last, we should not forget to think and remember that all these things were obtained because of the Buddha. So Arhat Mahakassapa was the foremost disciple in austerity practices. So let's pay our homage to Arhat Mahakassapa and all the Arahants who practice austerity practices, and may we realize the Four Noble Truths by the power of those great merit achieved and obtained by the great Arahants. Still in this world, on this earth, still there are monks who are practicing these higher austerity practices. It is only in the Buddha's dispensation. It is only under the Buddha's teaching. It is only from a group of people who are following the Buddha's teachings. These qualities can be found. So it is a great blessing for us to hear these qualities, to know that monks are following these great qualities. This monk life is not an empty life. This monk life always has results. Why is it? A monk life is not a life that is wasted. A monk life is an extremely blessed life that will help you even if you become a layperson in the future births. Even as a layperson, you will be able to realize the Four Noble Truths. Why? Since you are practicing these austerity practices, so let all of us have a great confidence in Mahasangha and gain utmost results in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation by practicing the Buddha's teachings. Let's wholeheartedly go for refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and be happy thinking that we have gone for refuge to a great Buddha who had practiced these austerity practices and who has taught these austerity practices to a great group of people who have followed these austerity practices with the great hope of realizing the Four Noble Truths. May my homage be to our Mahasangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruan Saranay. Namo Buddhaya.
meritorious children. Now we have come to the session of Paritta chanting. Now get ready with the Paritta chanting books, the Mahamevunava Pali English Paritta chanting book, and turn to page 17. Turn to page 17. We are going to chant Mahamangala Sutta, Discourse on Blessings. Children, once a divine being, even divine beings during the Buddha's time, were wondering about blessings, what we should really do to get blessings for our lives. People do various things to get blessings for their lives. So, a divine being thought to know about and to learn about the highest blessings. He decided to go and meet the Buddha. He decided to meet the Buddha and ask from the Buddha for the highest blessings. Now, who came to meet the Buddha to know about highest blessings? A divine being. So, as humans, we should also learn from the Buddha. So, let's chant the Mahamangala Sutta together with me. First of all, let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times and chant in Pali and English. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Evam me sutang ekang samayang bhagava savatthiyang viharati jetavane anatha pindikassa arame athako anyatara devata abhikkantaya rattiya abhikkantavanna kevala kappang jetavanan obhasetva yena bhagavate nupasankami upasankamitva bhagavantang abhivadetva ekamantang atthasi ekamantang thita khosa devata bhagavantang gathaya ajhabasi. Thus have I heard on one occasion the Blessed One was living in Savatthi at Jetavana at Anathapindika's monastery. Now when the night was far advanced, a certain deity whose surpassing radiance illuminated the whole of Jetavana approached the Blessed One, respectfully saluted him, and stood to one side. Standing thus, he addressed the Blessed One in verse. Bahudeva manussacha mangalani achintayum akankhamana sotthanang bruhi mangalamuttamang. Many deities and humans longing for happiness have pondered on the questions of blessings. Pray tell me, what are the highest blessings? Asevanacha balanang, panditanancha sevanam, pujacha pujaniyanang, etam mangalamuttamang. Not to associate with the foolish, but to associate with the wise, and to honor those worthy of honor. These are the highest blessings. Patirupadesa vasocha Pubbecha kata punyata Atta samma panidhicha Etang mangala muttamang. To reside in a suitable locality, to have performed meritorious actions in the past, and to set oneself in the right direction. These are the highest blessings. Bahu sacchancha sippancha vinayocha susikhito subhasita cha yavacha etang mangalamuttamang. Was learning, skill in handicraft, well-grounded in discipline, and pleasant speech. These are the highest blessings. Mata pitu pathanang puttadarassa sangaho anakulacha kammanta etang mangala muttamang. To support one's father and mother, to cherish one's wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupations. These are the highest blessings. Dhanancha dhammacariyacha jnatkanancha sangaho anavajjani kammani etang mangalamuttamang. Generosity, righteous conduct, giving assistance to relatives, and doing blameless deeds. These are the highest blessings. Arati virati papa majjapana cha sanyamo appamado cha dhammesu etang mangalamuttamang. To cease and abstain from evil, to abstain from intoxicating drinks, and to be diligent in practicing the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings. Garavocha nivatocha santutticha katang yuta kalena dhamma savanang etang mangala muttamang. Paying reverence to those who are worthy of reverence, humility, contentment, gratitude, and the timely hearing of the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings. Khanti cha sova chassata samananancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakaccha etang mangalamuttamang. Patience, obedience, meeting monks, and timely discussions on the Dhamma. These are the highest blessings. Tapocha brahmacharyancha ariya satchana dasanang nibbana satchikiriyacha etang mangalamuttamang. Self-control, chastity, understanding the noble truths, and the realization of Nibbana. These are the highest blessings. Puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yassana kampati asokang virajang khemang etang mangalamuttamang. the mind that is not touched by the ups and downs of life, the mind that is free from sorrow, stainless and secure. These are the highest blessings. Etadisani katvana sabbatham aparajita sabbatha sotting gachanti tang tesang mangala muttamanti. Those who have achieved these blessings are victorious everywhere, and they succeed in all their goals. For them, these are the highest blessings. Etena sachena suatti hotu. By this truth, may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Children, now we are going to watch some good deeds. So now I'm going to hand over the program to Dinu and Devanga daughter. So don't let them complain to me saying that Bhante, we don't have good deeds. So don't be shy, children. So I gave you a homework in one of the previous programs to write 25 good deeds. No one replied to me. So you should feel ashamed yourself. I don't worry at all, because I know even if you all are not attaining, even if you all are not doing this work, yet I gain merit by preaching this Dhamma. There are children, very few children, who do this work. So fall into that category. Take some time from your day. Do some good deeds and share with the volunteers so they can tell the good deeds you do to the whole world and others can learn from you. Now one day I saw one of our children stitching a robe, a golden robe, a gold color robe to the Buddha. So then I thought, well, I have not stitched a robe on my own to the Buddha. So I learned that from a 10-year-old child. I have offered robes to the monks, but those robes were stitched by other people, by tailors, but then not from my own hands. So I learned from a 10-year-old child. So if I can learn, why not y'all children? So the parents should encourage the children. So share your good deeds. So now I'm going to hand over the program to Dinu and Devanga daughter. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the good deeds session, where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name is Dinu Daham, and today I'm here with Devanga.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Devanga, and today I'll be watching the good deeds done by Subodha Upasika, Nelani Upasika, Onara Upasika, Tavisha Upasika, and Chamudi Upasika.
The first meritorious deed was done by Subodha Upasaka from Toronto. He has sent a presentation about the Mihindu Mahasaya. Let's see the presentation he sent. Worshipping Mihindu Mahasaya by Subodha Fernando. Worshipping Mihindu Maharahatan Vahanse.
Yo sattu kappo kalyana mitto mahanyani jinatrajo solankadipa magamma Jotayi Buddha Sasanang Tang Vitaragang ලංකාදීපප්පසාදකං වන්දාමි පරිනිබ්බුත මහාමහින්දං.
Participating in the restoration of the Mihindu Mahasaya. I am very lucky to learn about the Mihindu Maharahatan Vahanse and the compassion he had towards my great land by bringing the Dhamma. The Dhamma which I learned today and the joy I had when I heard Pinwat Lokuswamin Vansa giving us an opportunity to rebuild the Saya, which was made in the name of that great teacher. So I offered the $50 I had collected towards the restoration of my great teacher Saya. Sharing merit with everyone. Before sharing merits, I would like to thank our most venerable Avasrai Pinwat Lokuswamin Vansa for being compassionate towards us to start these programs, like the 7-day Sil retreat and the Mirror of Dhamma program and many more. I would like to share all these merits with all the Devas, Brahmas, and our most venerable Avasrai Pinwat Lokuswamin Vansa. I would also like to share merits with Pinwat Jivananda Swamin Vansa, Pinwat Rohanikirti Swamin Vansa, and the other CDF monks. May all the Bhantes be well and happy and understand the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Subodha Upasaka for sending this valuable message to other Dhamma friends about the rare opportunity to help restore the Mihindu Mahasaya. This will encourage other children to assist in this noble project. We rejoice in your merits and appreciate sharing this meritorious deed with other children.
You can also create short 1 to 2 minute presentations about any Dhamma topic or any meritorious deed you have done. You can then send them to our email address. The second meritorious deed was done by Nalini Upasika and Onara Upasika from America. They have sent an email explaining the many meritorious deeds they have done. Let's read the email they sent. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya. My name is Nalini and my sister is Onara. We live in America. Here are some of the good deeds we have done. We worship the Lord Buddha every day. We chant Karaniyametta Sutta and Ratana Sutta every day. We give food to animals such as birds, crows, and squirrels. And we learn about the Supreme Buddha's relics. We share merit with Lokuswamin Vansa and Mirror of Dhamma Swamin Vansa and all the monks and nuns all around the world. Theruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya. Many merits to Nalini and Onara for sharing their wondrous deeds with us. We should all live meritorious lives just like they have done.
The next meritorious deed was done by Tavishu Upasika. She has sent a presentation about 2 Dhammapada verses. Let's see the presentation she sent.
Dhammapada verses 1 and 2 by Tavisha. Dhammapada verse 1.
Mano pubbangama dhamma mano siddha manomaya manasace paduttena bhasativa karotiva tatonam dukkhamang veti cakkam vahatu padam.
All actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows one like the wagon wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Dhammapada verses 2.
Mano pubbangama dhamma මනෝසෙට්ඨා මනෝමයා මනසාචේ පසන්නේන භාසතිවා කරෝතිවා තතෝනං සුඛමන්වේති ඡායාව අනපායිනී.
All actions in this life are preceded by mind. Mind is their chief. They are made by mind. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows one like one's never departing shadow. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Many merits to Tavisha Upasika for sending this wonderful Dhammapada presentation about the mind. We all rejoice in this good deed. If you have any photos of any meritorious actions, you can send them to our email address, which will appear on the screen.
The last meritorious deed was done by Chamudi Upasika. She has sent an email explaining her wondrous good deeds. Let's read the email she sent. Namo Buddhaya Pinwat Swami Wansa. Me and my two brothers watch the Mirror of Dhamma for Kids program every week. According to Swami Wansa's advice, I wrote 25 good deeds done by me. We got the opportunity to do these kinds of good deeds because of Loku Swami Wansa's kindness and compassion. I would like to share all my merits with Loku Swami Wansa and all the monks and nuns in the world to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. I observe the 5 precepts every day. I observe the 8 precepts on the Poya days twice a month. I worship the Triple Gem every day. I worship my mom every day. I worship my dad every day. I offer food to the Supreme Buddha. I offer food to the Sangha. I practice generosity. I say kind words. I listen to my parents. I help someone when they need help. I meditate. I share the Dhamma with others. I offered a kanchika for the Toronto Mahameunava Stupa Vahanse. I listen to Dhamma. I help my mom to clean the house. I always help my grandma. I recollect the teaching of the Supreme Buddha. I bake for my family and friends, cakes, cookies, etc. I worship the stupa. I collected money to build the meditation hall in our Toronto Asapua. I helped build the meditation hall. I made a stupa from flowers. I joined the English Parita chanting group a few years ago. I say Pirit every day. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Chamudi Upasika for doing these marvelous good deeds. This will encourage more children to do more meritorious deeds. We rejoice in your good merits.
Today we watch many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also have the opportunity to send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help to propagate the Dhamma and help others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in them too. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Teruvan Saranai, Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Now we have come to the last session of the program to show gratefulness, to practice gratefulness. So today's program is sponsored by a family from Seychelles, and the parents' name are Meritorious Krishanta Gamage and Chalini Karya Pirumopasika. They are the parents who bless many people, hoping to bless their children and their relatives. So, first of all, let's share merit with all the gods. May all the gods rejoice in this merit and help us to overcome from this pandemic as soon as possible. And may all the gods rejoice in this merit and realize the Four Noble Truths fully in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the departed relatives of Krishanta Kamage Upasaka and Chalanikarya Perum Upasika, all the departed relatives, they have mentioned Father Lionel and especially K. Lionel Upasaka who has passed away. So may K. Lionel Upasaka rejoice in this merit. And by the power of this merit, may all the departed relatives of all of us rejoice in this merit and be and escape from suffering and have happiness and escape from samsara as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may Father Sirasena Kandambi and Kusuma Gamage Upasika and Mother Chanda Nalini and Dehansa Kitnadi, Amadi Dinaya, Januti Dinara, and they are daughters. So they wish for long life. They wish long life. They bless their children to have long life. So by the power of sponsoring for this program, may all these people, may everyone, the names that were mentioned today, may they have long life, well-being, comfort. May all the devotees who are watching this program, and by the power of this merit, may everyone rejoice in this merit, be well and happy, have long life. May all their good thoughts come true and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may our teacher Lokasamin Vahansa rejoice in this merit. And may all the monks and nuns of Mahamuna Buddhist Monastery rejoice in this merit. And may Lokasamin Vahansa and all the monks and nuns of Mahamuna Buddhist Monastery be well and happy, have long life, well-being, comfort, and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may everyone who took part in this Dhamma program and may all the people who make monthly donations to Shraddha TV be well and happy, and may the family who sponsored for the today's program be well and happy, have long life, well-being, comfort, energy, and may they develop in wisdom and realize the Buddha's teachings in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Don't forget the homework. You should write how many good deeds. Write 25 good things you can do in life. Sabba papassa akaranang kusalassa upasampada sachitta pariyodapanang etang buddhanu sasana. Namo Buddhaya. Theruvan Saranai.